Hi, my name is Anye Young. My father is currently serving a 12-year prison sentence, and he's been in for 8. Well, I would say the thing with having an incarcerated parent, it's very easy to change your personality. It does change you, but it shouldn't change who you think you are. And you can develop this attitude or this persona. And I've seen it happen to my peers who have incarcerated parents, and they just allow themselves to just fall. The things that you once cared about, like maybe it was grades, or maybe it was friends, or maybe it was, maintaining those family relationships, you just stop caring about them, because for you it's easier to not care than to care and hurt. But that puts you in a position where it's like quicksand. You're steady falling, and you can't catch yourself, because it's a very slow process, but eventually you're just trapped in this hole that you can't really climb yourself out of, and you need help to do that. So I would say, don't allow it to change you for the worse. It's very easy to just, ignore everything that's, going around you, and just to be in denial, because it's easier to just block out all of those emotions. But you need to let that in and accept your reality so that you can deal with those problems. And don't think that it's the end of the world, because it's not. You have a life after this, you have your whole life ahead of you to just, do what you want to do, and be happy, because you can be happy after, a traumatic experience is possible. And definitely don't fixate on what you don't have, and appreciate what you do have, because the people around you are that stick around are the ones that love you the most, and that you're going to need the most to, make it out of this difficult situation that you're going through. Because you have this to go through, and then there's also teenage life, which we love. Get involved. Get involved. That's very, very important. You need to get involved, especially if, you're in high school. Do all the things that a high school student may be doing, like going to basketball games, going to football games, going to a swim meet if you feel like that. Do those things, because those are experiences that you won't get to do ever again. You're not ever going to be able to experience this moment right here ever again. So do what you want to do. Do the things that make you happy. Set goals for yourself. It's very, very rewarding when you set a goal and you actually achieve it, or you just make the effort to work towards it, because you're proving to yourself that you can succeed at something. And that's something that's very special that we all need to feel. We need to feel that feeling of success, that feeling of achievement. Even though you may feel like your parent, may have failed you somewhere, you're proving to yourself that you're not necessarily going to fail in the same areas that they did. And set yourself up for your future. You have to start thinking about your future now, even if it's like not a clear cut plan of like everything you want to do in the next 50 years. You don't have to do that. But you need to set yourself up for your future so that get a good idea of what you want to do as an adult, so that you can plan accordingly. Get into those colleges, get that, SAT score that you want to get, and get those internships. All of that is very important in making sure that you don't have to take up a job that you're not really excited about, or, go through a life that you're not really proud of. And allow your incarcerated parent to communicate with you. Communication is key. If they're writing you letters, respond every once in a while. It's very hard to do that, but do respond, because you're going to regret it if something happens and they're no longer there for you. Even if they're not physically there for you, it's nice to know that they're trying to make efforts to communicate with you. If they're calling you, pick up the phone every once in a while. You're not going to regret having a 15-minute phone call with them just to say hi and just to ask them how their day went. And if someone had told me these things when I was going through it, I think that I would have been a lot less sad. I would have been less angsty. I would have been a lot more open to speaking about it, to talking about it, to going through it a little bit smoother. Would have made that process a lot less, bumpy. These are all the tips that I've learned in the past few years, and I'm happy to share them to get the conversation started.